Luke Radom.
Meteorologist James DeFazio, if we're heading out to Sylvan Beach for that boat show, what's the weather looking like? I see lightning bolts happening behind you, James.
Unfortunately, things have trended stormier. We were looking like it was just going to be heavier showers yesterday. Yeah. Now we are tracking the chance for a couple of strong storms to develop during the afternoon hours and early evening. Primary concerns would be a few gusty winds, possibly some small hail, but the main concern today continues to be heavy rain. We're going to be tracking heavy rainfall for this afternoon and evening. We saw a couple rounds of showers overnight last night. We're starting to dry out this morning. Roads are still a little bit wet. Saw a couple of steadier downpours overnight last night. 68 degrees with cloudy skies in Rome, and yes, it's become noticeably more humid. Dew points all the way up into the mid-60s now. Taking a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, we have a couple of showers working through the southern tier. One just worked through Norwich and is heading into Otsego County. Another one just formed over Madison County and is heading for extreme southern Oneida. These are sliding to the east and going to slowly be working out of our area before showers redevelop for the afternoon. It's a good day to have the Storm Tracker 2 weather app to be weather aware, especially if you have any outdoor events. We are going to be tracking afternoon thunderstorms for the entirety of the afternoon and evening, and we'll break those down coming right up. Luke?
James, thanks so much. Taking you now.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday morning. A little bit of a stormy look on the CAPV Tower Cam as we can see some lower level clouds. And we're going to be seeing some storm clouds throughout the afternoon and evening today. Let's take a look at downtown Utica, where similar thing. You can see a nice dark cloud in the distance, a rain shower off in the distance to the south. We saw some showers overnight last night, but they were a bit scattered. Utica did see a downpour, but they're going to be more widespread as we head into this afternoon and evening. Showers and storms redevelop this afternoon right around 11 a.m. to noon. Some storms may be on the strong side this afternoon. Heavy rain is very likely this afternoon and evening, and cooler weather settles in by Monday morning and for the duration of the week. 68 degrees with cloudy skies in Rome currently. That dew point up to 64 degrees, much more humid conditions than we've seen over the last couple days. Very humid morning. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Most of the showers are exiting and leaving, or I should say, entering the capital region and exiting our region. We have a couple of showers remaining to work through this morning. These are across the southern tier. They're working into Otsego County. We also have a very small shower working into southern Oneida County that's going to slide into the Mohawk Valley. Our severe weather risk today is a 1 out of 5, a marginal risk for severe weather. Primary threats are going to be a couple of gusty winds, some isolated small hail, and again, yes, we're tracking a chance for very heavy rainfall. We're looking at anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches of rain possible for areas along the I-90 corridor and points northward. We're going to be keeping a very close eye on rainfall rates and stream gauge data throughout the afternoon and through the evening. Temperatures rise up into the upper 70s today. Highs are going to be right around 79 degrees during the mid-afternoon. Once that cold front clears the region, we're going to start to see more refreshing air move in, as well as those temperatures begin to cool down. This cold front clears the region today, and then cooler air works in tomorrow, but unfortunately, so does wraparound moisture, and wraparound moisture will bring in a couple isolated showers for the day on Monday. It's not going to be a completely dry day. Primarily dry through the morning hours and through the beginning hour or two of the afternoon, but then showers and storms develop very quickly during the early afternoon hours across the western portions of the viewing area and very slowly overspread the region. We see rounds of rainfall from 5 to 10 p.m. across all of central New York. It takes a while for this cold front to clear the region. As we head into Monday, again, that wraparound moisture, those isolated popcorn showers, the sun will be out in between, but there are going to be scattered showers around throughout the day. Taking a look at the 7-day forecast, yet again, similar weather continues again on Tuesday. Those isolated popcorn showers, some actual lake enhancement on Tuesday. As we head into Wednesday, drier weather settles in for the remainder of the week, with cooler temperatures continuing, upper 60s to low 70s for high, but we're back to more pleasant sleeping conditions after that. Last night was not a good night for sleep. 65 degrees was the low at Rome. Anyone have Luke, do you have a guess on this?
My guess is A.
You are correct.
Okay, because I've learned now that I got to go with the low numbers. I went a little too high on some of yesterday's questions.
So
I will point out.
Everybody out there, don't feel bad. 99.6% of people that even go to college, which not everybody does, doesn't attend an Ivy League school. Some other things I found interesting is that 57% of all college attendees are female, and that's expected to rise by 9% within the next 10 years.
Girl power.
Yeah, exactly.
James DeFazio,
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back. Thank you. Time to check in once again with our meteorologist, James DeFazio. I really don't like seeing that behind you.
I know. Unfortunately, our storm threat potential has gone up.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was saying we had a zero threat for severe storms. They were going to be non-severe storms. While they look to be few and far between, we are tracking the chance for a couple storms to turn a little bit strong this afternoon and evening. We have a marginal risk for severe weather today, which is a 1 out of 5. It's the lowest level, and the primary concerns would be a couple of gusty winds, possibly some isolated hail. But again, our primary focus today is going to be the chance for very heavy rainfall. We saw a couple of isolated, I should say scattered showers work through early this morning across downtown Utica. Drier conditions have since settled in with cloudy skies. 68 degrees and cloudy up in Rome with much more humid conditions. Dew point all the way up into the mid-60s. Your York Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar tracking a couple of showers sliding to the east, and then drier weather is going to settle in for a few hours. These showers are moving into the Mohawk Valley as well as eastern Otsego County. Cooperstown about to see a shower within the next couple of minutes. It's a good day to have the Storm Tracker 2 weather app. It's a good day to be weather aware. We are going to be tracking not only the chance for some stronger storms, but the chance for plenty of heavy rainfall this afternoon and evening. And again, those thunderstorms are possible for the entirety of the afternoon and evening. Coming up, we're going to break down the timeline of that as well as how much rainfall we're going to expect. Luke?
Download that app. James DeFazio, thank you. Time now for the Harried Housewife.
Fazio.
Good Sunday morning. We're tracking some showers and thunderstorms for this afternoon and evening. Some drier weather is going to settle in for the remainder of the morning. We are tracking some wet weather. Taking a look at downtown Utica, we saw a couple of showers earlier this morning, primarily before sunrise. Scattered thunderstorms, very, very weak in nature. We're still seeing mostly cloudy skies, but the ground is beginning to turn dry. Showers and storms redevelop this afternoon, right around the noon hour. Some storms may be on the strong side today, and heavy rain is likely for this afternoon and evening. And then cooler weather settles in by Monday morning, and it sticks around for the duration of this upcoming week. Your current conditions, 68 degrees with cloudy skies up in Rome, and that dew point continues to rise. We're up into the mid-60s, much more humid conditions than we've seen over the last couple of days, much more humid than it was at this time yesterday. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, a couple of showers still working through eastern Otsego County. Cooperstown seeing a steady downpour right now. A light shower working through the eastern Mohawk Valley as well. Little Falls about to see a shower in the next 15 to 20 minutes, and then things begin to dry out before this afternoon. We're looking at a widespread heavy rainfall this evening. Anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches of rain is possible across the Mohawk Valley and points northward. Even areas to the south in Banding could see a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain. Highs today are going to be in the upper 70s in the middle portion of the afternoon. Once that front clears the region, temperatures begin to drop and cooler, drier air works its way in. Drier air settles in for the remainder of this morning, but those showers develop right around the beginning of the afternoon. And once we get into the middle portions of the afternoon, we start to see some stronger storms develop. We're going to keep a very close eye on these. We're going to be monitoring every cell that develops as it works across central New York. As this front crosses central New York very slowly from 5 to 10 p.m., we see steady to heavy rainfall for 5 to 6 consecutive hours across central New York. Drier weather works in overnight. Wraparound moisture continues during the day on Monday. Popcorn showers, very, very isolated showers with sunshine in between. Not a widespread rainfall. Popcorn, isolated showers, a break, some sunshine, showers return. A look at your 7-day forecast. More wraparound showers continue on Tuesday. Drier weather settles in for the remainder of the week. We're going to settle into the upper 60s and low 70s for highs, despite the drier weather, so a little bit of a cool down. But September does look to still be above average. I just gave it away. I'm sorry.
I bet the under.
Click
I was
button.
right. That's okay.
Yes, and Luke did guess this. He was correct.
Pumpkin spice, almost as old as our country.
So yes, 2003 was the year that that Starbucks introduced the pumpkin spice latte, and that is what has skyrocketed the modern popularity. However, really, the spices come from Southeast Asia. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves come from Southeast Asia from hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
The more you know. It's not fall yet, James. We'll be right back.
With Steve McMurray.
And good Sunday evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Ben is off tonight. We thank you for sticking with us through the end of the PGA golf there. We'll get to those stories in a minute, but first, if you live in western Oneida County, you've probably already seen the lightning or heard the thunder or both and felt the rain. And as for the rest of you, that severe weather is expected to become a little more widespread as we head to this evening. For specifics on that and more, let's head right over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist James DeFazio joins us now. And when this went through Syracuse, they actually closed the state fair for a little while. The state fair gates are once again open, but they had closed them for a while.
Yes, it was a very strong storm that was moving through Syracuse. Fortunately, we don't have any storms of that strength at this time. We actually don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings right now. We do have a special weather statement in effect for all of the counties, all of central New York, all of upstate New York, and that is for this squall line that is slowly going to work across our area over the next couple of hours. We could all see some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some isolated hail with heavy rain. Currently still nice in downtown Utica. That is going to change over the next hour or two as this line moves from west to east. 74 degrees with cloudy skies up in Rome. Humid conditions continue. This was our last severe storm. It is now no longer severe. The warning expired right at 6 p.m. It still has a severe weather statement on it. There could be a couple of gusty winds in southwest Madison County. We're going to continue to track these storms as there's more storms building to the south and working to the northeast. We're going to continue to track these as well as the heavy rainfall associated with them, and we'll break down the timing of that coming up. Steve?
All right, James, thanks. The Mohawk Valley Latino
Children's Miracle Drawing Ticket in person, Wednesday, August 27th at Holland Farms Bakery and Deli from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. They will be on site accepting cash, check, or credit card. So come and get your Children's Miracle Drawing Ticket Wednesday, August 27th at Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday evening. We're tracking showers and thunderstorms working across central New York. Fortunately, right now we're not seeing any severe weather, which was not the case a short while ago. Temperatures right now, 74 degrees in downtown Utica. It's noticeably becoming more cloudy as this front begins to approach. We're going to be seeing some rainfall in the city of Utica very shortly. 74 degrees with cloudy skies up in Rome, a south-southeast breeze at 5 miles per hour, and a dew point still in the low 60s and humid conditions. We're going to notice after this cold front works through, we're going to not only see cooler weather for tomorrow, some cooler weather beginning to work in towards Buffalo, but we're going to be noticing a big change in terms of the type of air mass. Dew points in Syracuse right now 67 degrees, but dew points behind the front in Watertown and Buffalo back into the 50s, and we're going to be seeing much more comfortable air like that tomorrow. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We're tracking this line of storms across central New York that is continuing to track eastward, which we do need the rain. We are still seeing, many of us are still seeing drought conditions. Even if you're not in the yellow here, many of us still seeing drought conditions. We're expecting a widespread soaking rainfall to occur tonight with the passage of this front. This front is going to move across the area very slowly, and we're going to pick up 1/2 to 1.5 inches of rain. Taking a look across southern Oneida and Madison counties, these storms are moving due east and are going to be heading towards Utica and the Mohawk Valley. They're very, very weak right now. We're really just tracking some rogue thunder, a couple rumbles of thunder, a few wind gusts, and plenty of heavy rainfall. And as I zoom out and we look back to the west, and to the southwest, you can see there is a lot of heavy rainfall. We're going to be tracking these showers as they continue to work in our direction until this front has fully cleared the area. Skycast continues to show these storms continue to lift in from south to north during the evening tonight. Overnight, we dry out in full. Dry to start on Monday. However, scattered popcorn showers develop during the day. sun breaks out in between the showers, and they're very few and far between, but it's not an entirely dry day. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, the next 2 days we're tracking the chance for those pop-up popcorn showers with breaks in between. A little bit chillier on Tuesday than on Monday. Drier weather settles in full on Wednesday. We warm back up into the low 70s Thursday. A few scattered showers possible on Friday before drier weather arrives and settles in for the weekend.
News with Steve McMurray.
And good evening. Ben is off tonight. I'm Steve McMurray. We'll get to those stories in a minute. But first, we were under the threat of some strong storms, and we avoided them for the most part, but it's raining in a lot of the area right now. Let's see what's coming up next. We'll head over to the Weather Center and meteorologist James DeFazio and a very colorful radar behind you.
Yes, we continue to track very heavy rainfall working into the region. Fortunately, we're not seeing severe weather, just very, very heavy rainfall. These heavy downpours are going to continue to work from southwest to northeast, and they'll slowly continue to slide eastward and be out of the viewing area in about 2 hours or so. Rain comes to an end earliest, areas to the northwest, holds on the longest, counties to the southeast. Absolutely pouring in downtown Utica right now, a deluge off of the Nexus Center cam. We're seeing that in many places across central New York right now. A little bit lighter rain up in Rome with 66 degrees. Very humid conditions continuing, dew points in the mid-60s. We're going to track how that is going to change big time by tomorrow. Again, this Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. These storms continue to slide in this direction, the strongest of which is entering Shenango County right now, heading for Norwich and central Shenango County. We're going to keep a very close eye on this storm. It's not warned at this time, but it is the strongest of the storms that are out there. Lows tonight are going to be right around 60 degrees. Tomorrow is going to be a mostly dry day, but we are tracking a couple of spotty showers, and we're going to break those down coming right up. Steve?
All right, James.
The Storm Tracker 2 team, where we track storms. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday evening. We continue to track heavy rainfall working across central New York. It is much needed beneficial rainfall, as many of us are seeing drought conditions across central New York. However, it's coming down quite hard. We did see some strong storms earlier this afternoon, most of which stayed off to the west of central New York. Fortunately, Syracuse saw a very strong thunderstorm roll through. Currently 66 degrees in downtown Utica with very, very wet roadways. Be careful if you're doing any traveling. It's been a while since we've had very wet roadways. Give yourself some extra time to slow down and stop on those ponding of roads. Heavy rainfall continues for a few more hours, and then drier weather settles in by Monday morning. And then we're tracking scattered light showers for Monday afternoon, popcorn-like that they're so isolated, few and far between. And then cooler weather settles in for the remainder of the week. Current conditions up in Rome is 66 degrees with light rain falling, a little lighter than it is here up on Smith Hill. This dew point still very high at 64 degrees, very humid conditions. And with this cold front slowly working its way through, once it passes through, we're going to see big changes. Back to the west, it's already evident. Most of us are in the low to mid 60s, but if you look to the south of Buffalo here, we have 50s working into southwest New York State, and we're going to have cooler temperatures working in. You can also see we have drier air working into southwest New York State, and again, this is going to work in our direction. We're going to have dew points in the 50s tomorrow as opposed to dew points in the mid 60s, about a 10-degree difference in dew point. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is still very, very lit up. We're tracking a lot of precipitation across the region, plenty of rain sliding up into northern Herkimer County. We're also tracking some showers back across western Madison County. These are going to continue to overspread the region. The strongest storm right now is currently in central Shenango County, and this is about to be entering entering Norwich. Norwich going to be seeing a heavy downpour, some a gusty wind gust or two. and very, very heavy rainfall for the next 30 minutes. This cold front clears the region today, and then we get wraparound moisture both on Monday and Tuesday with cooler conditions. Fortunately, these cooler conditions also bring in less humid air. Highs this week going to be in the upper 60s and low 70s. Highs tomorrow, mid 70s, a little bit better. A lot warmer as we head into September. We're still tracking above average temperatures for September. These showers slowly come to an end tonight. And again, that drier weather settles in for tomorrow morning. A couple of spotty showers develop, but all in all, it's more dry than wet during the day tomorrow. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, we're tracking a couple of scattered showers for Monday, and that continues into the day on Tuesday. A couple of isolated showers throughout Tuesday, slightly cooler as well. Cooler in the middle, but drier in the middle portion of the week. Upper 60s Wednesday, low 70s Thursday. Chance for showers Friday morning, then we dry out in full for Friday evening and the weekend.